Hi, I'm Tyler's Art, and today we will be doing another drawing in my Learning How to Do Digital Drawing series. Now actually, I had already completed the sketch for this drawing. I don't know if I had recorded it or not, but I couldn't find it. So I decided to go and continue it, and originally I was not going to post it. I gave up on it, but I still like the drawing, so I decided to draw it anyway. So as you can see, I am doing the line art as I said, and yeah, I'm gonna make a video out of it anyway, so I hope that you enjoy it. And actually, I just want to mention I really like this hand. Like, I'm proud of it. Like, I'm pretty proud of this hand. I know it's not super realistic, but like, you can tell like what the pose is and stuff, and it doesn't look insanely abnormal to me, so that is pretty good in my book, so that's nice. Yeah, so we're just gonna chat a little while you watch me make this drawing. Now, I think I was making this at my aunt's place, so yeah. And yeah, I don't really have much to say from the line art part practically, which is why I keep saying yeah, which probably is a bit annoying, but what can you do? Yeah, so, oh my god, I said yeah again. I'm so sorry. I am bad at voiceovers. I've mentioned this before, but I just simply am. Yeah. Oh my god, I did it again. As you can see, I am doing the lace on the top of her shirt. And like, I like made it smaller because I wanted them to be like neater and like closer to the same size, because when I do my sketch, I don't care really at all. So yeah, I don't care enough when I'm doing the sketch, which is why like things are the same size and stuff. And yeah, also this was a bit awkward. I thought that her chin area looked weird, so you'll see me trying to fix it, but it looks really weird while I'm doing this because like the neck is like disproportionate for a little while, so it's awkward. But I did manage to get it to a place where I was like, you know what, I'll leave it like that. Because I didn't know exactly how to fix it that much. And then I moved on to trying to add some ears to this character, and I thought they looked weird, and so I tried to make them like this, where they were like less wide, but it was sort of to try and show the effect that they aren't just like sticking out completely, which I know that some people's ears stick out more than others, but I wanted it to not literally look like they were full on, you know. So yeah, I think you get what I mean. But then I started on the coloring. I chose this, like, looking at it now, it looks really pinkish. I'm probably gonna have a filter on this video just to make it look aesthetic, but you might be able to see in the final recording as well, it's like almost coral. She looks like she has a sunburn, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I guess she just has a sunburn. That's okay. So yeah, and since I'm using the big brush, as you can see, I didn't get like the corners. This happened with when I made my fantasy map as well, and so I went back and fixed it. And by the way, if you haven't watched that, it is actually my most recent video at the time. So before this one, there's that one where I make a fantasy map for my hopefully future fantasy novel. Anyway, back to this, because I keep rambling on that novel and I actually need to get things done instead. I just went back and fixed those corners later, so for any of you who are like dying inside because of what I did, please don't worry. I try to go and fix them again, so hopefully that will ease your brains. And yeah, I'm moving up to the hand that I like very much. I don't know, I know that like the fingers are quite cartoony, and like I didn't even really add fingernails, but I think that they still look good. Like, they're not the best, but like I like them, because sometimes my hands don't look much like hands. I think I'm sort of learning how to make them. I recently drew something with my mom. My mom doesn't draw, but she used to when she was young, and I decided that we should draw together. And practically, we both, like, practically, my mom wanted to draw a cat, and we decided on a hairless cat. Yes, I drew another hairless cat, because if you don't know, I had already made a learning how to do digital art video where I drew a hairless cat, which, by the way, if any of you are coming from that video or just have watched that video, thank you so much, because that video actually went, like, really well. I keep, like, forgetting to, like, address that in my voiceovers, but thank you so much for the support that I have gotten on that video. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. It got like 34 views, which is like a lot more than I usually get on my other videos. So yeah, once again, thank you. But I ended up drawing another hairless cat. It was quite a while ago, and it was being held by there was like a person with, like, holding the baby hairless cat, which we decided to draw because fur is hard to draw, so we just decided to do something easy together. Well, not necessarily easy, but like easier in that sort of sense. And I ended up spending so long on those stinking fingers, and they still look a bit off. They are more in a realistic style. I did do it much more in a realistic style, and I actually do need to post a short about that. I think I might have already mentioned that I need to post a short about that, actually. I don't know, but I do. Yeah. As you can see here, I'm just fixing little gaps in the line art that I wanted to fix. And here I'm trying to create, like, an effect that the lace is white by erasing the, like, peach coral color of her skin where the lace is. And, like, I don't know exactly how I feel about it, because, like, the line art is black, so I made it black, and I guess I kept it like that. I don't remember, but yeah, as you can see here, I am now moving on to the hair. Though I gave her this, like, light hazel brown color. I think it's a very nice hair color. So yeah, and as you can see, I'm just filling it in. And unfortunately, like, here's my thing, I will find as many excuses as I can to just, like, use this big brush. And by excuse, I mean any sort of place where I can use, like, this size of brush, like the biggest size of brush, I will, because it's easier, and I don't feel like spending super long just to fill an area in. And so I got a bit finicky and fixed up the line art a little bit, and then I started on giving her a bit of a background. I decided that it would be more of, like, a bedroomy sort of thing, so you can see me adjust the color to this, like, lighter brown. Actually it looks a bit yellow, but yeah. I gave her a little bedroom area in this light brown color here, and I did, like, a floor and a wall, and I just put some things on the wall. I put in a little painting, and I also put in like a window behind her, because I didn't want to do that many objects. Like, she's covering quite a lot of the page, so I felt like it would be better if I just didn't do that. So yeah, I just went with, like, this, like, light, almost whitish color for the wall. It's like a lighter version of her skin tone practically, and I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's soft, it doesn't, like, bring up too much traction, like, you know. I fixed up that little lace area, because since I had erased from that layer, you could see the like, floor behind her lace. So I went back and fixed that. And here you can see me working and freehanding the painting, because I just decided to freehand it. I mean, I had finished my line art and stuff, so I also I wanted to make this, like, effect where it showed that like, I didn't want line art exactly on it, because I thought that it would bring less, like, attraction to the background. I think that is better, because I don't want it to be, like, you know, how do I say it? I didn't want it to, like, pop that much. I wanted it to not pop because it's the background and you're not supposed to make it pop, which I probably should have used more muted colors. Like, she has pretty muted colors, and so I probably should have tried to like emphasize on that a little, which I guess this blue is kind of light, but I should have added like a bit more of a grayish tone to it. And unfortunately I had to go back and like remove these like parts from the wall because I did it as a layer behind the frame so that it wouldn't cover the frame, like the blue. And so I had to erase those little parts of the wall from the layer above, which was really annoying, but I did it anyway. And like, as you can see, some of them I left like pretty big parts on, but I just like went back and fixed a good amount of that, which I think worked out pretty well. So I went for this like light sage green, which I decided to make like more like dark and stuff because I feel like it looked a little weird for like some grass in the background. I didn't want this to look super realistic, but I just wanted like a little landscape portrait behind her just for the sake of having something in the background so it doesn't look super plain, because I decided not to be lazy and just give her a circle behind her, which works fine, but like sometimes I decide let's do something. Yeah, so I did, and I mean, I think it worked out pretty well. I mean, it's not my best work, I think, but like, I mean, I guess I'm still learning and stuff. I'm still like experimenting with backgrounds because I don't really do them a lot. And here I'm just adding some texture to the top of the grass to like show the effect that it's like grass, you know, and it's not like extremely flat. And so I decided to add as well like stuff like a little tree in the picture just to make it look like more interesting practically. And I decided to use like limit the amount of tones. I made like, I think the tree trunk the color of the floor, and the frame the color of her hair, just to tie in those browns and not use too many shades. I added the sun, and I also did then start on the window, which I simply just outlined similarly to the frame. I gave it a little 4-panel thing, put in the sky and put in some clouds, and then that's when I decided to go back and actually add some clouds to the sky on like this like painting, on like the painting on the wall as well. So I added clouds here, as you can see me doing now. I added like 2, and then I went over to the painting and did the same thing on the painting, but obviously in painting version instead of it being quote unquote real life, because it's a digital drawing and not real. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's actually like the last thing I did. I think that after I finished making this cloud, which was a bit wonky at first, but I managed to make look all right. I think I just went over and simply just added my signature because I was finished practically. So yeah, that is actually the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe and don't stay on the internet for too long. God bless you, and bye bye everyone.